Turkish, what can I say? I mean, I can see the anger in your face. I can see the anger in the face of all the fans around here. Even though it's a 2-2, you know what? Even some people around me, when we got that equaliser, they didn't even really celebrate. They were just like...
I walked out. First and foremost, rest in peace, Emery, my brother. I lost a good friend, and I came here today, seeing if Arsenal can take my mind off it in a positive light. Look at him. Look at him. For the last 2 weeks, we've been talking about Xhaka's mental health and Emery's this and that. Fucked a lot of them. Fucked a lot of them. What's Emery doing changing formation 11, 12 games into a season? And you know me, Rob, I haven't been on Emery's back yet, but it's time for him to go. It's time for him to go, and he is not the be-all and end-all because the board is still an issue. Like Lee just said to you, 13 million net spend in the summer. This is what I've been trying to tell people, 13 million net spend in the summer. But Emery is still making wrong decisions with the squad he has.
Despite that, it's Southampton they're playing. And I mean, you know, it's not looking like we're coming up against one of the real top teams. That's the worrying thing about it.
And that's
the fact that we're playing Southampton and they're running us wild, running us ragged. At home, yeah. A team that got put 9 past them just a few weeks ago.
Forget Palace, Wolves, This is our 3rd home game in a row where we haven't fucking won. Forget our away form for a second. What's happened to our fucking home? Away form is dire. Home form is poor right now. Do you know what I mean? I'm running out of words to describe this fucking team right now. But Emery, he keeps on getting it wrong. Like you asked just now, how can we afford to buy a 70 million player and put him on the bench? We're not fucking Manchester City. We're not Barcelona. And he's got to take the blame for that. Because I can talk about the board and I can talk about their support only so much. They actually spent the money on a Pepe. And this man wants to leave him on the bench against Southampton. When he came on, Pepe should have scored. He should have scored, and he doesn't get away with that either. A lot of them players don't get away with the fact that we are blaming Emery now, because a lot of them players still have to look at themselves.
Are they playing for him though? Do you see a team out there that look like they're playing for him, or do you see a team out there that looks a bit disillusioned at the moment?
If they're not playing for them, how dare they? How fucking dare they?
Yeah, I know that, but it happens in football. It happens in football all the time.
At clubs winning stuff. Yeah. When Chelsea's players turned against Mourinho or turned against this manager, they're fucking winning stuff. Their players have something to stand on. These players haven't won shit for Arsenal Football Club. What, a fucking FA Cup 4 years ago? Fuck that FA Cup. What's it done for us? Nothing. So, Rob, the players need to look at themselves. They're not playing for him right now, but who the fuck are the players? And I'm talking about everyone here. Xhaka, Socrates, Aubameyang, all of them. If they're not playing for the manager, then they can fuck off with the manager. Because we need players that are going to play for the club, the fans. Yeah? And as much as the tactics are wrong right now, as much as the formation chops and changes, did you see players out there with 100% fight and determination? You didn't.
Players get disillusioned.
Of course.
If you're a striker, for instance, right, and you know you can get disillusioned when you're being played in certain formations. It just looks that way to me out there at the moment. With right from the start of the game, you could see the players weren't comfortable in that game.
Of course, because we keep on chopping and changing. The players don't know what's round the corner. 2 games now, Pepe's been on the bench. How the fuck can that happen? 2 games now, Ozil's been starting. But throughout this whole season, why hasn't Emery found his formation and found his team?
He doesn't know it.
Because as soon as Bellerin and Tierney have come back, you've done a back 3. But they look poor in a back 3. Bellerin, fix up, second captain. Poor again. We'll give him time because he's come back from a big injury. But people calling for that guy as captain, there's a screw loose up there, you know?
So just finally, on the manager, for you think that's it?
How can it not be?
Do you think, I mean, you know, what everybody around here says, it's going to be down to the board. Do you think, because we saw this week Tottenham act decisively in changing a manager that weren't even unpopular, you could say, right, with their fans, even though, you know, their fans are... But do you think the board will act decisively and make a change, or do you still think that...
Listen, that Tottenham decision, we'll find out if that's a good decision for them. I personally think that Jose Mourinho will fuck up, yeah? But we will see. But now we've got Pochettino available. Sack Emery tonight and bring Poch in. Bring Pochettino in. Why? He's got a point to prove now. The way he got let go by Tottenham, come across North London, come to the bigger club in North London. We might not have been the better club over the last few years, but we'll actually give you a bit more money than Tottenham have. And let's see what he can do. He knows the league. Listen, in world football, there's 3 managers, in my opinion, that come with a winning factor. Guardiola, Klopp, and Diego Simeone. We're not getting any of those 3. Then you got come down a tier. Tell Pochettino above Allegri for me, because he knows the league. He's got a point to prove now, and you can actually trust him to bring a style of play. You can trust him with, in 2 years, you know something will change with Pochettino. So let's do it. Let's move like a big club, take that team's ex-manager and move forward and get back above them.
Okay.
We've done it with Southampton.